Okay, and OpenSCAD.org is a demo, so we're actually going to switch over to the laptop on the podium. Special exceptions were granted for persons with demos that could not be presented any other way. However, the time it takes to set up their demo is also included in their 4-minute window, which will start now.
Do you hear me? Okay. So, I'm Marius Kintel. I do my hacking at the metalab in Vienna. I'm going to tell you something about some software I'm writing called OpenSCAD. OpenSCAD is a 3D modeling tool for programmers. And I'll just program something for you instead of talking about it. So this is the user interface. We have a text editor. You can write code. You can evaluate it. Circle. You can write for loops. Goes like this. You can rotate, for instance, around the z-axis. We can translate around x-axis. We can do new circles. Boom. So here we have like a circle with 10 circles around it. Now we can do a CSG operation. We can take a difference between the first circle and the second circle. All this is now 2D, so let's go to 3D space. We can do a linear extrusion. Whole thing. Extrude is called. Some curly braces will help. Boom. A little bit tall, so we can set the height of the extrusion to, for instance, 20. Here we go. Let's add some twist to it. Twist equals 45 degrees. So here's 3D model. So let's make it parametric. So we define a module called column, radius, height, number of tags. Let's instantiate it, column, 12, 25, 8. Topic, let's use the parameters, height, radius, number, radius. Boom. So, we can add another column, we can translate it. Make the radius a little bit smaller. Bang.
1 minute.
And then we can do a difference, this time in 3D space. Boom. So now you have a 3D model that can be 3D printed or exported and used whatever you want with it. The rest you will figure out yourself. Can I have some more time, please? This is a heart modeled in DXF.
30 seconds.
With this, you can read the DXF file. You get the twisted heart box. This is a more complicated DXF model. You can extrude this and do a 3D version of it. This was, I got 1 minute extra, guys.
Time. Huh?
You forget to give him a minute extra.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you? I apologize. I didn't hear you clearly ask for time. He was given? Okay, so we're going to give him a minute and 30, the minute that you gave him and an extra 30 seconds for my fuck up. Is that all right?
Right. Okay, so let's go back here. This is an enclosure for a bus pirate that I modeled a while ago. I want to laser cut this. So I define a material thickness and I slice it automatically because we support slicing, just like this. And I can then, for instance, do an automatic layout for laser cutting. So you can just laser cut the model.
1 minute.
Automatically creates the number of slices based on your material thickness. Can I have this, please?
Pause.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, hi. So, laser cutters. How many of you guys know what laser cutters are and are familiar about them? You're not really laser cutters. Okay, some people. Laser cutters are really, really cool pieces of equipment. And they have one problem. You're forced to use an archaic operating system that some people are enemies with. It starts with W. You're forced to use their proprietary drivers, and you're forced to do fucking Corel Draw.
30 seconds.
That sucks. But we're actually going to fix this for you. Because a friend of mine and me are writing an open source laser cutter driver that will run on the other operating systems and will make possible for you guys to actually use laser cutters without dealing with this strange OS and this strange modeling tool that is not really a modeling tool. And the next speaker will actually talk about this, which is Amir Hassan.
Okay, and this presentation involves a video, which I will start right with the clock in 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, my name is Amir Hassan. Well, as Marius told you, we are currently working on writing a laser cutter driver. This is not only about freeing our laser cutters from Windows and CorelDRAW. It's more about doing the cut really the way we want it to. Currently, the laser cutter drivers, like employed with the most popular brand of laser cutters, it does not support nice optimizations, customization of cuts, vector engraving, and a lot of things you usually want to do. So this is our current state of what we are capable of doing. Three things laser cutter driver you have to take care of. First of all, you have to support all the front ends. That means like a lot of graphic applications. Like QCAD, Inkscape, and a lot of others. Then you have to support vector cutting, and you have to optimize for it so you don't fuck up. And you need to support raster graphics. At the moment, the laser cutter driver is basically doing all the basic tasks. We don't have a proper install, we don't have a proper build. Documentation is scarce, so we need a lot of fucking help. We just released it a few days ago on the metalab GitHub. And so I'm asking you to help us getting it to really usable state for everybody, yeah, for end users and not just developers. Well, I think we should just look now at this lovely video and how it engraves, vector engraves. One of these pictures. Yeah, usually you would raster that, and that takes a lot of time. But by tracing it and doing vector engraving, you're much faster, and that's one of the ways you could optimize your jobs. Thank you. Laser cutter, a CNC machine that does cutting with infrared laser. Well, quite expensive, but a lot of hackerspaces were able to buy one. So it's in the range of doable. Any more questions? For my
You
remaining
haven't even
time?
reached your 1 minute mark. I mean, you can.
Yeah, it would be very cool if you would give me a really, really, really smart question. Yeah.
1 minute.
Was the video in real time?
Pardon, I didn't hear.
Was the video in real time?
No. The jobs are.
Please repeat the question.
The jobs are not in real time. You send them and then you start the job. What I forgot to tell you is we are using cups as to feed the jobs. So you can just print from the applications like you are used to
30 seconds.
with a usual driver.
Will your driver be bound to a certain model? Please repeat the question.
What kind of model do you mean?
Please repeat the question.
Will your driver be bound to a certain model?
Yes, it is at the moment, but they are all pretty much alike. So if we have testers and people supplying like example jobs, it should be easy to adapt.
And just, apologies, just as a reminder, you can get a 1 minute extension of time, but you have to ask for it. Do we have the salami rocket presentation, or is this just a video that you want me to show?
Well, I would like to talk a short second and then I would like to show the video.
Okay.
That is actually one of the projects.
Wait, hold, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
That is actually one of the projects I did with a laser cutter at a very, very, very early stage of the driver. And it's about a salami rocket. Salami rocket is, salami is food. And as food, it has the function of, it should provide nutritional value, energy. So that energy can also be used for rocket propulsion, I assume. I saw the television series Mythbusters, maybe some of you know it, and they tried to do that and they fucked up. So I tried to redo it, and you know, as far as I came is I have a motor, rocket motor that fires and produces a lot of pressure. And I'm halfway done, so that summer I should be able to finish it. Slide, please. That was last summer, our last test. You know, you can look up all the other tests at that wiki page. What you see is salami burning with energy as a burning agent. Well, and in the end it fucking worked. Thank you.
How do you ignite salami?
Well, there is a black powder ignition charge in there that is supposed to heat the nitrous oxide until it splits into nitrogen and oxygen, because then you have a lot of oxygen you can burn. And and there is a little paraffin wax in there that should heat the salami initially, so it really can start to burn, and then it starts to smell funky.